All right, so that is done. Now, let's return all the way back here to Round Table Hold. First things first, let's go and talk to Enya because we got a brand new remembrance and everything. Let's go chat with her.
You have returned. What is it?
So she doesn't have anything. The receive equipment of champions. Now we can actually buy Radahn's spears, and we can also get Radahn's outfit as well. So you can see there is 4 pieces of armor that have been added in. It's essentially Radahn's armor. So you can, if you really love Radahn that much, you think that he looks super cool, you want to look just like him, there you go. It's 4 pieces of his armor. And then we can also receive the power of the remembrance and the remembrance of the Star Scourge. We can actually get his great sword. Awesome freaking weapon, by the way. An awesome weapon. I used it a lot in our playthrough on YouTube. And you can get his lion great bow too. A very good great bow. Very expensive though, because you have to come here and buy the arrows from her for 800 runes a piece. A piece. Yeah.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Guide you. All right. Now, again, like Gideon, we should definitely go talk to Gideon, or like before when we got the other remembrance, we should go talk to Gideon. If we come up here, though, you can see that our little buddy has left another item for us, and it's Rogier's letter. If we come in here, we can actually, well, let's, you know what? We never did read about the amber drought either. It says, glistening amber drought made for a scheme. A small flask received from Preceptor Sullivis containing a gleaming amber drought to use in a scheme. Give it to Ronnie, ensure she drinks it. And we will be in position to claim the very finest puppet ever crafted. And then here's Rogier's letter, which we just picked up. It says, a letter written in a trembling hand. I forgot to tell you, but it seems D has a younger brother. I heard he lies in a deep sleep in the aqueduct besides the eternal city of Nokron. And it is said he stood before the Prince of Death not far beyond that spot. We know the Prince of Death is essentially Queen Marika's son, the first demigod that was ever killed. Godwyn the Golden. Now we know that he lies beneath the Erdtree, and it also says he is in a deep sleep beside the eternal city of Nokron. That means that Nokron is underneath the city, the what is it called? Liurnia, the city where the Erdtree lies. So we do know that it's underneath there as well. All right. And we it also specifically mentioned the Prince of Death, which is Godwyn the Golden as well. Now let's go talk to our buddy over here. See if he has anything new to say to us. I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Journey to the capital, Leyndell.
Yeah, no.
To the east of the Altus Plateau. At the
Plateau.
foot of the Erdtree. The Two Fingers will deny your passage no longer. You may be our best hope. Find your way to the Elden Ring.
All right, yeah, and nothing new there. Is there an item up here? No. Thought maybe there was an item there for some reason. Is that it now? I'm pretty sure that's everything. I think that's everything. Yeah. So now Blythe wanted us to meet him where the how do you say it? Where the star bit the ground, and after we defeated Radahn, it said that a red marker has been placed upon your map, and right here it says Starfall Crater. So if we go to Fort Height West, we can actually see where this star crashed into the ground. And you can see that gravitation, it's left behind some gravitational anomalies, in fact. So, of course, down here, off to the left is where we first ever came down this way. We're essentially at Fort Height right now. And you can see that there are rocks like strewn up into the ground being held in place. And if we proceed down this way, in fact, there's a giant freaking crater that lies here now. Yeah. A massive crater leading down into the earth. And we're supposed to be heading down this way anyways into the lost city of Nokron, or the eternal city of Nokron, because we need to find something for Ronnie. It's called the Treasure of Nokron. And Blythe told us to meet him here. And if you come here, there's actually a message left on the ground that says there's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron, then go on. I'll catch up. All right. So information. There's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron, then go on. I'll catch up. So basically, he's saying, go ahead. I'll catch up with you in a while. And if we proceed down, we can actually slowly make our way down. There's no items here in the very top portion of this. And if we follow it, you can see that there is a little landing area down there. We're just going to go ahead and jump to it. And then from here forward, we're not able to take the horse in. And yeah, there is 100%. There's some kind of structures down here. An actual city. Not a chest to open, by the way. Always bummed me out that those didn't open. And a couple of items. One right here. Golden Rune 5. And you got to kind of be careful where you drop down at here. And I'm remembering an item, like you had to drop down one of these and turn around. I might be wrong, though. Sporific grease, of course, to put shit to sleep again. Applies sleep, essentially, to your weapons. Yeah, nothing down below. I said below, not below. And we have reached Nokron, the Eternal City. We've made it here. There it is. Let's start making our way across. We can see that there is something right over there. So we're going to get a running start. Jump to the side. We made it. Didn't die. Nailed it first try. Work our way up here. We'll grab the item. It is the Ghost Flame Torch. Ghost Flame Torch. This is a torch. It causes frost buildup. It requires 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 14 intelligence in order to be able to wield it. It has a E scaling in strength and dex and D in intelligence, and reads a metal torch that burns with a cold ghost flame. Cool to the tool of the fallen hawks who prowl the underground rivers. When the band's last embers were used up in their long search, they began to burn the bones of their fellows, acquiring the cold ghost flame, but sealing their fate as dwellers in the underground for all of eternity. And its skill is torch attack. Thrust the torch forward and set foes ablaze. This skill is especially effective against foes who are weak to fire. All right. Just a few items down here, and brand new enemy that we have never encountered before down here as well. So we're going to go ahead and drop off here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Yup. Oh, at least we can three-shot them. They do have a attack from a range as well, too, though. Only 3 hits to kill them. Nice. I like that. There is a bird bolt. So that's the same thing as the bird arrows that we have actually found before, but let's read it. It causes blood loss buildup of 65. It says a bolt covered in thorns, one of the most horrific weapons used in the Shattering, inflicts target with blood loss. Difficult to remove once buried in flesh. Causes appalling damage to the body. Appalling damage. And I think we go up this way. Yeah. Ow, there was one hiding. We had a hider. It's all about the angle, right? They're all dead. Dead. All dead. And then if you climb up on here, there is an item on the back side here. It's going to be another rune arc. We haven't used a rune arc in literally forever, by the way. And let's go ahead and take care. Oh, yeah, we can't shoot these at an angle. I forgot. Ouch, shit. That was a big-ass spear. I had a big-ass spear in me. Let's drink. I'm trying to aim at the other one on the ground there. Can I aim at that one? No. Well, let's go for it. See if we can't kill it. We can't. I'm going to have to run at it before it disappears. Got it. Oh, shit. All right, one more item. Gonna be right here. Golden Rune 6. Let's make sure there ain't an item up here. Technically, there is an item up here. That is a silver tier husk. This is actually a crafting item that we need at some point as well. It says, a hardened husk shed by the formless life form known as a silver tier. Found in and around the Eternal City, material used for crafting items. The silver tier makes mockery of life, reborn again and again into imitation. Perhaps one day it will be reborn a lord. A hint. It's actually a hint. All right, let's keep working our way up. Nascent butterfly. I seem to remember there being a site of grace there, but I never did find that. I was kind of expecting a site of grace there, but I don't know why we never found one. And continue along. Essentially, we're going to be going inside the window there. Look at all this area. Super cool. It's such a cool area. This whole underground is so big and unexpectedly big in a lot of ways. Furrow Calling Finger Remedy. And then in the back of this room right here, Smithing Stone 5. All right, and I'm pretty sure if you drop down right here, you don't take any damage. Then this is the spot where you can turn around. But now we have a brand new enemy that we have to actually watch out for. And we have never encountered these enemies before, but we have just read about them a couple of times just a couple of seconds ago. Well, that one's dead. The other one fell down. There's a Ghost Glovewort 3 right there as well. An item right here for us to snatch up. A Clarifying White Cured Meat. Another item that's brand new for us. A white sliced meat dried out after pickling in a purple medicinal solution. Craftable item. Temporarily boosts focus. Lasts longer than traditional cured meat, but with reduced effectiveness. So it lasts longer, but doesn't give you as much of an increase. I almost fell off right there. Golden Rune 6 right here. Nothing down below us. And finally, we made it to a site of grace. Finally! Finally, we done it! Activate the summoning pool. We look cool, man. I don't care how much defense we have. We look fucking cool. So these are going to be the enemies. Forgot to drink a blue. These are essentially going to be the enemies that we read about that on the shield that we picked up. The eagle shield, that's my assumption. My assumption is the upside down shield. Eagle shield, this one right here. Inverted hawk heater shield. A medium-sized shield. It says the inverted hawk is the emblem of the company of slaves ordered to explore the Eternal City. I'm guessing that's these guys. I never put those two things together before. And we also get the Ghost Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing 1. So now we have our first ever bell bearing that will give us essentially the Ghost Gloveworts. So if you read it, it says a bell bearing of a forager who once picked Ghost Glovewort flowers. Offer this to the Twin Maiden Husk and Roundtable Hold to gain access to the following items: Ghost Glovewort 1, 2s, and 3s. And this allows us to buy an unlimited amount of them, which is so dope. Oh, I thought it would kill the one behind it. Missed it. Magic's so good against these guys. Really, anything's good against them. They're not really that tough. Then if we proceed to go along this side over here, there's going to be another one in the back here. These ones have shields, so they're kind of hard to break their shield, like their guard. You can just try and get behind them and then do that. That's the easiest way to kill them. This one had a drop. A dew-kissed herb. Oh, we already got that before. And then there's a somber smithing stone 4 back here. And also some nascent butterflies that you can grab. There's a few more items up here in this area that we're going to have to snatch up. There is a silver husk. Whoops, I drank the wrong drink. Feels bad. Whoops, didn't grab it. Melted mushroom. Just swing until they die. It's that simple. Easy game, really, if you just take that and then run with it. Nice. And one item back here. This guy's actually wielding the ghost torch that we just picked up. He's actually wielding it right now. And we get the great soldier, the great shield soldier ashes. We'll come back to that in a second. And also a smithing stone 5. So let's go into our inventory. The Great Shield Soldier Ashes. It's an ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon 5 Great Shield Soldier spirits. Spirits of Great Shield soldiers who belong to the Fallen Hawks, a band of soldiers that once explored the Eternal City. Stout defenders with a steady guard. Though their methods are somewhat crude, they work well as a squadron and will attract the attention of enemies or lob ghost flame from the rear guard. So yeah, these things are actually really tanky. Really tanky. Awesome summons. They're not bad at all. They're not like gonna go out there and kill everything on their own, but they're still really awesome. And then Ghost Glovewort 3s, a couple of them right there. And then we're going to proceed inside here. And I believe we're going to get another larval tier right here, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the larval tier. Yeah, right here. And the item right there, larval tier. So that is now, what, our 5th or 6th larval tier. And we also got spirit flame arrows from that right there. We've never seen those before. It reads, an arrow set alight with ghost flame before firing. It deals magic damage while also inflicting foes with frost. Used by a company of Fallen Hawk who once ordered to explore the Eternal City. So we do know one of them said soldiers, but we knew from the description of the shield that in fact they weren't soldiers, they were slaves that must have been turned into soldiers. I want their little sword. I don't know what kind of sword they use. I've never tried to farm them for it. A couple. Oh, there's a Ghost Glovewort 3 and 4. Some silver fireflies along the way as well. And if we keep going out past here, You can see that there is an item right here. It's going to be a smithing stone 3. Yeah, let's just give him 3. Done. Get him out of here. And a pretty easy area to move through, to be honest. This isn't difficult at all. Our next difficulty will be coming up. We have a boss fight coming up that is somewhat difficult. Depending. It all depends. You can actually make this fight quite easy if you wish to. And I'll explain how you do that once we get there. But there are silver tier husks all the way along going down here. There is a Statue of Marika right there, so if you do die, no worries. You will be able to spawn at the Statue of Marika. Golden Rune 7. That is one of the first, I believe, actually the second Golden Rune 7 that we've encountered. And you can see we have another new enemy working their way up the stairs here. And these, they use a whip. It's actually a sickle that is flexible enough to be also used as a whip. And these are known as the knocks. The knocks. Very cool outfits on those. Especially if you are playing as a female character. Very, very badass. Right there, you guys can see the boss fog up ahead of us as well. And there is a few more items for us to grab. One going to be right there, but look out because up above, those bastards are going to drop down and essentially try to ambush you. Lock on, please. Oh, I suppose I should drink. Why I didn't hit that, I don't know. A lot of extra swings there. And another larval tier. So now that's 2 larval tiers since we made our way down in here to the Eternal City. And to give you guys a clue as to where we are, remember down below when I kept tilting the camera up when we were talking to Blythe, we were looking at that structure that's essentially straight directly out in front of us. Now you have an idea. We're up above where we spoke to Blythe, but also not as far forward as he was either. Don't nox it until you tried it. Oh, that's so fun. I hate you. I fucking hate you. Snipes. Thank you for the pun. Well played. Well played, buddy. There is some nascent butterflies out here. Snipes with the pun. Couldn't resist. Couldn't help himself. Another item out here on this side. There's a Golden Rune 7. And then Ghost Glove War. And then there is also one more item that a lot of people are going to miss because essentially you see this and you're like, okay, we're going to go get in a boss fight. Let's do this. And you never think to sort of watch as you're dropping down because there's an item right here. A rune arc. You can use that to get your shit back. And now what I would suggest that you do before going into this boss fight, hear me out. I know this is going to sound crazy. All right. I know it's going to sound crazy. We're going to get rid of all the stuff that's on us. We're literally going to strip off all of our stuff. Take off all your clothes. You don't have to take off the talismans if you don't want, but take off all your stuff. And then you're going to proceed through. And then once inside, you're going to put it all back on. Hold on. I think you might have to wait for... So there's a mimic tier that is directly in front of us. And once we get close, it pops up and it's a mimic of you. So now if you put on your clothes now, he's naked. You have a weapon. He don't. He just punched us. Yup. He does have flasks and everything as well, so beware. Flasks are a thing. He just jump punched us. He threw something at us? What did he throw at us? fashioned. And he's dead. That makes that fight a whole lot easier. So the mimic, whenever the mimic comes up out of the ground, is the moment that it takes on anything that you're using, armor, anything. So as long as you don't have the armor on, he won't wear armor. And if you don't have a weapon on, he won't use a weapon. So the easiest way to defeat him is strip off all your stuff as soon as he appears, then just put back on a sword, and his punches, as you can see, aren't going to do much. But we got not one, but 2 more larval tears for that. 2 larval tears, also the silver tear mask. So we got 9 larval tears now at this point. And then the silver tear mask says, a mask fashioned from a corpse of a formless silver tear, supported by its hardened shed husk. Greatly increases arcane to the detriment of physical attack power. So you lose physical attack power, but you do get more arcane out of it. To imitate the imitator is a cunning play indeed. And then we've also did get, this was our first Ghost Glovewort 4, by the way. We got that way back. Just noticed that it was new. All right, and now that that is all done, now we can come over here. We have a Site of Grace. You can go ahead and put back on all of your clothes, all the stuff that you want to use. So let's go. You know what? I think we're just going to stick with what we have. Oh, we never did read. We never did read the Greatsword, right? So Greatsword, we picked this up on the way through Caelid, and it requires 31 strength in order to be able to wield. It has a C scaling in strength, and it reads, a coarse iron lump of an ultra greatsword mows down foes by utilizing its incredible weight. Though handling it likely requires the wielder to have surpassed the realm of the merely human. It is precisely for this reason that the weapon is used to slaughter even inhuman foes, and its skill is Stamp Upward Cut. We've already read about that. I suggest if you're going to use this weapon to replace that Ash of War with Lion's Claw, and it makes this thing absolutely fucking amazing. Is there anything else that we grabbed and we didn't read about? I do tend to forget. We move right by some objects. Yeah, we're good. I think we're just going to stick to using the Sword of Night and Flame from now on. It's just become so good for us. And then we were using the Carrion Glint Blade. No, we were using the Meteorite Staff right now. Meteorite Staff. And then let's go ahead and put back on our super cool looking outfit. And then the legs of it. And we can go ahead and sit down, re-up all of our stuff. Stand back up. And I think that is where we're going to have to end it for today, because it is currently 8 p.m. I got to get these videos edited and everything before I get them uploading. And I still have to go to work for one last night. One more night of work. That's it. So, Rocket Nation, thank you guys so much for joining me for another amazing day of Elden Ring. Of course, we still have to go and find Mohg and take out Mohg before we can eventually move into the DLC. The DLC, tune in tomorrow. We might be starting it tomorrow. Right now, I'm leaning towards continuing our playthrough until we've defeated Mohg. After we defeated Mohg, I feel like we can then venture into the DLC and then come back and finish the game. But for right now, I think we're just going to continue as is. That's the plan as of right now, though. So, Rocket Nation, thank you guys so much for joining me for another amazing stream. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for all the subs, the resubs, the new follows. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Remember, if you guys want to get caught up on anything that you might have missed, !VOD in the channel chat will give you guys a link over to the YouTube channel. And if you guys are watching over there on the YouTube VOD channel and you guys want to join us live, we're live every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link that you guys can follow for that is down below in the description. Feel free to come over here and join us. We'd love to have you. Rocket Nation, thank you again. I appreciate you. Remember, life is short. Pause, save, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Everybody have a good night. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.